Welcome to Project 9 Sales Summary Dashboard in our course Project Based Microsoft Office with ChatGPT and Gemini. Okay, so in this project, we will combine the power of Excel pivot tables and Google Gemini's AI insights to create an interactive sales summary dashboard. Okay, so by the end of these lessons you will be able to summarize large data sets using pivot tables, use Gemini to identify patterns and insights, and designs a dynamic dashboard that visually highlights key business metrics. So let's get started. First up, we need to open up our data sets, and I have now opened up our sales data, and there's also sales reports containing the following columns, like we have the date and regions, product, sales representatives, units sold, and also the revenue. So you can use a real data set from your company or follow your alongs using a simple CSV files. So, and here the make sure your data is clean and there is no blank cells and consistent dates formats over there, and columns headers properly labeled. Okay, so if I'm gonna make it with the different background colors like the light ones, and that's it, or I can make it with the live or all borders, like make it as the tables. Okay, so and that's it, or let's make it little bit increase the font points of the headers. And also for examples, if you have revenue columns has like the these ones, and use the find replace features to remove the dollar signs, like and convert it to a numex value if it is in the dollar signs in there. And clean data, ensure your pivot tables work correctly later on. Okay, and now creating the pivot tables. And so now that our data is ready, let's create the first pivot tables. And also you can use the data sets or make it this one as the table by pressing the Ctrl plus T, and check with my table has headers, then just hit on the OK. So now that's we have over here, or I'm gonna want to use let's say the no, or the no field colors over here. Now select any cells inside your data range, and now go to the insert tabs on the ribbon and click on the pivot table. Okay, so the next step is let's choose the from table and also the range, and make sure it's selected the range, and choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. So for these lessons we'll use the new worksheet and then just hit on the OK. So now and blank pivot tables layout will be appears over here. Okay, so let's build our sales summary table. So drag the regions into the let's use into the rows field, and product into the column fields. Okay, and drag the revenue to the into the values field. So you will now see a quick summary of total sales revenue for each products across all the regions. Okay, so that's it. And if you have three regions like the north, south, and west, you will see total revenue per products under the each regions. So if I'm gonna make it or east, west, or also the north, and now that we have the three regions totals number over here, and to make it clear, format the numbers. Okay, so what we can do, So right click any values and use the number formats and choose the currency. So it could be shows up with the currency, or let's check out the dollar signs, and that's it. We have now, and we have converted this one as the currency. So now your data is both readable and visually appealing. Okay, so and that's it. We have just created the simple pivot table. Now we'll create two more pivot tables for additional insights. Okay, so for that we're gonna use, or let's go to the over here. Let's go to the insert tabs, use the pivot table from range, and let's choose the exciting worksheet, and let's go to over here. And if I'm gonna just click over here and then just hit on the OK. So now that we have the blank one over here, and the next step is, so we want to use the cells represented into the rows areas, and values or like revenue for the sums into the values area, and add the another values filter of for the unit source. You can easily use it, like let's use or unit source into the filters area, or you can go to the difference one. Okay, so that's it. And now again we're gonna use the another pivot tables by going to the insert tabs, pivot tables, select the new or exiting worksheet. Let's move into the C2, and I'm gonna use over here like the select it, and that's it. We have over here. So now these ones into date, let's move into the rows area, and also the revenue, let's move into the values area. So and that's it, and we have like that's one. Okay, so now let's make it to close over here, or what can I do? So let's make it little bit down over there. So and that's it, we have over here. And then group the dates by, also you can see, so this is the dates by month or also the years. And also you can do by right clicking over here, or if I gonna just let's click over here and group, or go to over here, and you can find there is the group. So like here you can group it by also the months and also the years. Okay, so if I gonna go to, or let's say we can make it the months and also the years over here, or let's go to the month and we're gonna use the years, then just hit on the OK. So and that's it, we have like these ones, or I'm gonna use the previous one. Okay, so now you will see total revenue for the each month, and also this is perfect for trend analysis. Okay, and also rename each sheets clearly. So like here, and you can use, or you can make it like these ones the different way, or what can you do? So this is the region summary. The first one is, so let's say, and if I'm gonna go to the region summary over here, and that's it. And the another one, the representative summary. So like here we can just now copy it, copy, and let's make it over here, and let's paste over here, and that's it. And now we can give here the names, like the difference one, right clicking, and let's say the representatives or something, like the representative summary, like over here, and that's it. And the another one we can delete it for now, like these ones, and here we can make it like, let's copy it and let's create the another sheets and paste over here. So now what we can do, we can now give here the another names, like let's say the monthly trends. Okay, so let's say the monthly trends, and that's it, to stay organized. So and that's it, we have the regions monthly trends representative summary, and also we have, this is the data set. Okay, or data set, or data of over here, the or data of the sales. So like this one. Okay, so and that's it. Now it's time to use bring AI with Gemini to make sense of our data. Okay, so or we can delete it for now like these ones. So each tabs has the different pivot tables over here, and also we will copy a summary tables or key pivot outputs and paste them into the Google Gemini or Google Gemini Advanced to generate insights. Okay, so in your browsers you need to open or promote the with some things like, or if I gonna go to, or let's select it over here, copy it, and let's go to the browsers into the Google Gemini, and we can paste over here. And now what we can do, let's use the analyze something like this one, or let's say the analyze this, or let's say, or if I gonna go to, let's get the analyze or this, let's say the sales data and identify or identify key trends, something like this one, and let's say the high, and say the performing product and regions. So let's go with the regions with, let's say the declining sales. Okay, so let's say the declining sales, and let's say the performings over here. And now paste the pivot tables data directly into the below prompts, and within the seconds Gemini will return insight like such as the key trends. Like the first one is laptop dominate revenue, like laptops are consistent the highest revenue generating products across all three regions and contribute the largest share to be overall. Like grand total is here is we got it with the laptops, and for the table are the lowest performers, like table or tablets generate the lowest revenue in all regions and have the lowest grand total, significantly less than smartphones, like the 49,500, and laptops like the $97,200. The west regions leads in overall sales in there. Okay, so like here we have the explanations, and also the high performing products. So like laptop is the high performing, you can see in there, performance product generating the most revenue overall, like the 97,200, and being the top seller in the three individual regions, like the east is 19,200 or 19,200, and north is 33,600, and west the 44,400. So regions with the declining sales we have liked these ones, we can find it over here, and also you can refine the analysis further. Okay, so let's say if I'm gonna go to and write here something like the summary or this finding. So let's go with our findings into three key insight, or let's say the insights for sales performance and dashboard. Okay, so right here let's say the dashboard over here, and if I gonna go to and take inside sales performance dashboards over here, and also Gemini can also suggest visuals to include like such as the product dimensions, and top performance and focus areas over here. Or also it can be also used for, or we can do like we have like the these ones over here, and you can also get something the bar charts for regional comparison, something like this way. Okay, so save these suggestions and we'll use them when designing the dashboard text. Okay, so and that's it over here. And now let's combine everything into one interactive sales dashboard. So and now let's move into the here the our data sets and create a new worksheet and name it something like, let's say, the dashboard. Okay, so let's here and use the dashboard. If I'm gonna go to and use this dashboard, and now so you can use let's move into the tops over here, and you can add a professionals headers. So let's say if I'm gonna go to and let's make it the merchant centers, or let's make it little bits or zoom in over here. So let's say the sales, let's say the sales summary, and if I'm gonna use the dashboard, and let's say the 2025 in over here. Okay, and also increase the font points. So if I'm gonna make it something like the 40, make it the bold, and also and you can make it the different background colors over there. So and that's it over here. So now insert the visual elements from your pivot tables. So or we can do, so let's go to, or let's go to the, or go to the over here. You can use the pivot tables by going to the inserts and use the pivot charts, and let's say let's go to the these ones over here for the examples, or let's make it over here, and that's it. And we have like the these ones. So now let's copy it and paste over there. Okay, so the examples. So if you change anything over here, so like let's make it the these ones, and that's it. So now let's, you can find this is with the difference over there. Okay, so whatever you change and it will be applied into these visuals, and let's make it and select it all them, and that's it, we have over here. And for the monthly trends, so let's go to and pivot table analyze and use something the pivot charts, and let's say so you can use also recommendations or whatever you desire. So let's use the color or line charts from there, and also that's it over the line charts, and let's copy it and let's move into the dashboards over here, and that's it. Or let's undo it over here, let's undo it again, and let's say we want to paste over here. Okay, so that's it, we have the sum of the revenue, or this is for like the difference one, or the for the pie charts. So we can go to the insert tabs, or let's go to the repeat these summaries, representative summaries, go to the pivot table analyze pivot charts, and you can use also the pie charts. So if you're gonna want to use with the over here, so that's it, copy it and let's move into the dashboards over here. Okay, so let's go to and use the dashboards in there. Okay, so and also there we have over here, so this is the regionals or sales, this is the column charts over here. Or I want to add the titles, if you want to use the access titles you can easily use it in there. And for the product performance, or you can change these ones, or like the performance over here, or this is the trend monthly trends with the line charts, and this is the performers with the pie charts. Okay, so format your like the dashboards for clarity. So we can do, so let's go to the or the review or view tabs, and also you can takes out the grid lines over here. So let's do it, and we don't have the grid lines over there. So and align center or charts properly, and add slides are for the more interactive. So if you're gonna want to use, so like over there, or if I'm gonna go to, let's make it over here. And what we can do, so let's go to the pivot table or pivot chart analyze, insert the slicers. So let's say we're gonna use, this is for the sales representative, and that's it over here. So whenever you change or before that, so let's move into all of them into the downs over here, and let's go to the, and what we can do, and that's it over here. Same way we can go to select it over here and go to the pivot chart analyze, insert the slicers, and now we can do, so let's go to, and we're gonna want to use the, or like we can go to the different one from the there, the, or if I'm gonna go to, this is the lines or the dates over there. Okay, so and the, or we can go to the months in there and then just hit on the okay. So and that's it over with the slicers over here. So when you select, and it will be changed the instantly from there. Okay, and also use the another slicers over here, go to pivot analyze, insert slicers, and let's say we're gonna use, this is from the regions, and then just hit on the okay, and that's it, our we have this one. Okay, so and we can do, so let's resize it, or we can do, or you can do it, or also resize it for here. Okay, so and that's it over here. And also now user can click a slicer button to filter entire dashboard dynamically. Okay, or you can easily resize it if you gonna want to use it from there. Okay, so now let's cancel it for now. And also your dashboard is now complete, interactive, or also the insightful and AI enhanced. So let's review what we have accomplished. So build multiple pivot tables and summarize largest areas over here, and also use Gemini to identify trends, patterns, and opportunities, and design a clean interactive dashboard for business decisions making. Okay, so and that's it over here. You can export the dashboard as a PDF or share it through Microsoft OneDrive for real-time collaborations. So congratulations, you have successfully created a sales summary dashboard using Microsoft Excel plus Gemini AI, a professional tool for data-driven storytelling. In the next lessons, we'll explore automations and reporting techniques to make your dashboards even start. Okay, so if you enjoy this project, make sure to practice with your own datasets and experiment with Gemini promotes. So the more you explore, the more powerful your dashboards will become. Okay, so thanks for watching and see you in the next project.